But pertaining to getting to know someone, you build a rapport. So you build the rapport and you find out that he or she wants to get to know you on a friendship level. At that point, because you know where you at mentally and how you want to love a relationship, you could either scale back and remain cordial with them, or take the steps of building a friendship and really figure out if this is the person that you want to build a relationship with, or move forward with the idea that they'll catch up to what you're feeling. And that's a big catch up. That's expectation that you should wear loosely, because they might not ever. They might just be cool at being friends. So knowing that, this is how you guard your heart. Be slow to get the physical component in, because sometimes the physical component can blur your sensories and you forget everything that you want and you tend to what they want, and then you mentally stay where you're at and they never get to where you're at mentally, and you confuse the connection. It's so many times through history, either women have thought a relationship was more than what it was, or men have thought a relationship was more than what it is. And the only safe face in that is being intentional about your movements. You shouldn't, as an adult, be operating as if you're a teenager, just aimlessly running through people physically. You need to think about your footing. Life is not checkers, where it's boom, 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 I score. No, it's chess. What are the rippling effects of that one movement that you make? And so you have to be mindful of that. And that will keep you from equating love to pain. Because disappointment is a part of life. Rejection is a part of life. And the more you grow accustomed to those two things, the more you realize they are two real things that occur in life. Disappointment can happen in or out of a relationship. Rejection can happen in or out of a relationship. Does it equate to love? No. We should not confuse human actions with attributes of love. Attributes of love and human actions are two separate things. Can someone express they love you through their actions? Sure. But listen to the operative word, express. And so when you look at it that way, it changes your view on things. Love can be expressed through actions. Love can be expressed through words. Love can be expressed through gifts. Love can be expressed through events. Expressed. And so when we label it appropriately, we realize that love is not pain. When we see it that way, as it is, then we start appreciating what love really is. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love takes an account of one another. It's a list of things. And I'm a firm believer in a person can only love to the extent they experience love. And so Some people love banks are low or at a negative, and by you building rapport, you can see that up front without aimlessly moving forward and expressing the love that you have in your bank and then falling short on the reciprocation side. And then not looking at returning back to the idea love is pain. Love is not pain. Some people don't have the capacity to love you in the way that you want to be loved. And you need to be safe with yourself in that awareness. Safe that your judgment is right. And be cool with it. Embrace it. Don't try to convince yourself different. Many people say, once a person show you who they really are, believe them. And if they're not capable of loving you in the extent that you deserve love or you want to be loved, accept that. Now, can they grow in love? Yes. Anyone, as long as they got breath in their lungs, can grow in love. Can they grow in love in the relationship that you are with them? Yes. But know what you're signing up for. You're signing up for growth. You're signing up with someone that might wrestle with you on ideas. Not physical wrestle, but mental wrestle. Because some things will feel foreign to them. Or vice versa. Some things may feel foreign to you. And so, being aware that you move and take footing, knowing that love is not pain. Pain can occur under the realm of love because people are flawed. Let me say that again. Pain can occur under the realm of love because people are flawed. No one is perfect. No one is exempt from anything. And so when you're aware that pain can occur, you embrace it. Just like you embrace the concept of rejection, just like you embrace the concept of disappointment. Love is not pain. And when you go through pain in a relationship, you need to process it. Because what happens is, when you don't process it, pain turns into anger. And then anger can ripple into bitterness. And so you have to go to the bottom and look at the foundation of the feelings underneath and say, okay, under this bitterness, I'm angry. Under this anger, I'm hurt. And I'm hurt because X, Y, and Z happened, or X, Y, and Z occurred, or X, Y, and Z didn't happen. And after that, you need to take ownership of your actions underneath the experience. You played a part, whether it was you not doing anything, not saying anything, allowing too much, allowing too little. You admit you played a part. Because number one, you cannot put in the equation that you was perfect in a situation. This is only to make you grow. It's not to start bashing yourself or bashing that person. It's only to make you grow. Because then when you look at things as they are, you're able to grow. And then you could be more effective in your next relationship. Your next relationship can last a little longer. You can be a better partner, a more loving partner. And so you have to deal with the hurts that occur in past relationships so you can grow as an individual. And then once you grow, you need to close that chapter. A lot of times people hide in their past, remain in their past because it's comfortable, it's familiar. However, you never seen someone walking forward and pulling something from behind and moving in a very successful way. They're tugging, they're dragging, all because they want to hold on to what's behind. Let it go. Close that chapter. You should be able to close the chapter to the extent that when you see the person in passing, you can remain cordial. You don't have to resurface or revisit emotions. It shouldn't be an ongoing discussion year after year after year about the same old things. If the last loving relationship was 10 years ago, then you're stifled. You have stunted your growth. You should be ever growing, ever moving, adapting, adjusting, accepting. Not only the past, but the present, so you can be more effective in future relationships. Because the most hard-shell person still wants to be loved. So whether you admit it or not, oh, I don't want love, I don't need love, you still want it at the end of the day. Is there fear around it? Possibly. Possibly. And because of your past. And so, even with that fear, you have to close that chapter. You have to process the feelings around that fear so you can move forward. So you can move forward and just be flourishing. Not just flourishing for a relationship, but flourishing as an individual. And if you are moving through society, people don't look at you as a bag lady, like Erykah Badu said in her song, or a bag man. Because some men, they can be holding on to things. Close those chapters. Love is not pain. That pain occurred in the past. It hurt. And process it so you can be better. Who holds on to a decayed tooth in their mouth and just keep, it's just, if that is a decayed relationship and it been dead, let it go. Look at it as the past, close it, and move forward so you can be healthy as an individual. And I know it's to be debated. Well, some people is worth holding on to, and you can get into a relationship with them and they could be at a better place and you could be at a better place. But those chances are slim. Because most time when you move backwards, you only repeat history. You only repeat the same things. And it's crazy how life plays out, but that's how it plays out. And so when you move forward and you close that past pain and that hurt and all the things around it, all the emotions surrounding it, you move forward. And the way you move forward is when you meet other people, potential people that you can be in relationship and healthy connections with, you don't vocalize your pain. Because if you're sitting there and telling them all that you don't want in a relationship, that's all you give them to work with. So unintentionally, they